Now there are some times I don't feel like farming for that conventional hour, and subsequently I always go for something that only takes me around about 20 minutes in order to complete. So today we'll be checking out the Vortex Pinnacle Gold Farm. Let us begin. Located within 𝐸↠ is the dungeon Vortex Pinnacle. What you're going to be wanting to do is, by setting it to normal mode, as you won't be able to run it multiple times if you have it set to heroic. The thing that you want to do is go over to the right hand side floating island off of 𝐸↠. That is Vortex Pinnacle. It literally tells you on the map. But at the end of the day, you can do 10 runs per hour, and whether or not you have a speed set or not, it will take around about 15 to 20 minutes in order to complete. What you're going to be wanting to do is head into said dungeon and firing up Worth It. What you then want to be able to do is just gather up all of the mobs. Be sure that the Gust soldiers will charge you and they will stun you, so you can't just run away from them all the time. They will charge you and they will stun you if you are too slow. Hence why I like to do this on my druid, as I can negate a lot of these ones and get out of range before they actually charge me. However, I do still get charged. It just stops the majority of them. What I generally like to do is make my way up to the first boss, which I'm targeting on the screen, and basically, you can take this a step further if you want to farm the mount, which can be farmed multiple times, which is the Drake of the North Winds, I think, if I remember right. It's one of the Cataclysm Drakes. I generally gather these guys up and then come out and then make sure I kill the boss. I tag him so he will die, and with running Worth It, I can gather up a load of materials for my time. I realistically like to just gather them all up, but sometimes there is a few stragglers, so you do have to double back sometimes and kill them. Just depends on which ones spawn in your farming session. Other than that, picking up all of the mobs, you will be able to be farming for the volatile air. This is the item of note that we're actually farming for, and that's the one that we're actually trying to get a hold of. Bear in mind that these mobs do tend to drop volatile air, but you can also run this in addition to this, have the potion of treasure finding equipped. Strongly suggest this if you're going to be farming this for consecutive hours, as when you log out of your character, you will be able to then save the amount of duration that's still on that potion and still get additional tiny chests that contain a lot of cataclysm things. Reset the instance and run back in and start farming. This farm is just so easy. You can do this like half asleep, and I do this one when I cannot be bothered to do a gold farm. Always try and make a habit of doing a gold farm each and every day, so I always go with one of these quick ones if I've had a really long day at work and I really want to just keep on I just want to potato out and just watch a load of crap on YouTube while I'm actually farming. It just makes my life that much more easier, and I'm still making gold in the process. In addition to this, you can always make your way over to the miscellaneous tab within Worth It, and it will tell you the approximation of how many you are estimated to get for an hour's worth of farming. This is around about 210 volatile air, and other than that, this is quite good in relation to how much time spent doing a farm in order to get those materials. Other than that, I generally like to do this when obviously I can't be bothered to do a full length gold farm, but you can also do this in conjunction with something else like material gold farm, as the Whiptail gold farm is always up for you and it's literally right next to the instance, so you can keep farming materials even when you're on an instance lockout and you are waiting for that cooldown to come off. That works out quite well in the grand scheme of things. And other than that, this is the 60 days of gold making, where I am talking about my game Void and promoting it on the channel. Other than that, my game Void is now on Steam, and I really hope you guys check it out, and I would love to hear back what you guys think of the game in all. Other than that, guys, have a wonderful rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be soon.